Back again to the YouTube channel, and this video is just a quick recap. Not recap, sorry, a quick um live trade. Well, I can't say live trade because we're not in a trade, but live price action. I just want to show you something on how um price on a Monday tends to be. So from this trend line, the dotted vertical trend line, so here is where price is at the moment. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can get a better view of the candlesticks. So we have Mondays here as again, same thing we do. We have the new week opening. We have Monday open, Monday high, Monday low, and no trades were enter because our standard deviation from Friday's close and Sunday's open, we didn't reach anywhere whether it be up or down. So Monday basically a day of indecision, right? If you look at how Monday candlestick so far, I mean we're trending to the downside, but so far it's not really giving us any real um indication of where it wanna go. But with that being said, at the bottom here, I was looking at this here. The only reason why I didn't enter this trade because I was actually up and I went back and sleep because I noticed it price didn't want to go further down to any standard deviation on the downside for potential buying a discount rate. But if I zoom in on this price action right by this trend line here, I would go into the 5 minute chart. Right? Again, the run on stops that we tend to see for London right before it trade away. If we look on the 50 minute chart, sorry, on the 5 minute chart, yeah, right here. So we see price open, trade up, and then sell off. If we notice that this is Friday's lows here, right? And that's actually weekly. That was the lower last week as well, right? We saw Monday open and traded underneath Friday and well the little Sunday price action and whatever, right? Me both and whatever that trading me. um Before I started using standard deviation, I always used to buy on the Asian range, right? That's before understood the standard deviation and everything. But this morning I was watching this price action inside of here. And if you drop to even the smaller time frame, because really enter only 1 minute, we see a order block forming inside of here. And I only calling this a order block too because it's a balanced price range and we have the last down candle before the up move and everything here, right? Inside of here. But here was pretty much balanced. We see price shaded up and down within this tight range here. I didn't enter this trade here because obviously it wasn't within the strategy that I only entering on this channel and showing. And the last video I did mention I have other ways of entering trades and whatnot, and other very reliable strategies also. But again, this one here, the standard deviation with the weekly range, is the strongest one I personally find, and I have a lot of confidence in it. So I promise myself on this channel, I'm sorry, with this account that I have and on this channel, I only enter on SDs, right? Dealing range and standard deviation, right? But I just wanted to highlight how I saw a potential entry here, and this actually did give us our 40 pip that we usually look for because I was up all this price action this hour here, and I actually drew the trend line here, and I was like, this looked like a sweep, a little to the soup, and then trade up, and I was watching these price action in here, but it wasn't the standard deviation. But I just want to show you that this did give us, it didn't give us the well, unless I get the perfect entry here, but nevertheless we got about 37 pips. Well, we could just round it off and say 38 pips. That 2 pips short of our normal target. I mean, definitely would have closed close to here. But I'm just showing you guys how two things. I still have potential for other entry signals that is not standard deviation that I don't think I will get into because I just really want to drive home the standard deviation on this channel. And also I wanted to illustrate how Monday price action look when we have very high impact news coming in for the week. When we have the news drivers like this coming in, Monday tend to be in a very tight range. I like to call it like they just holding in price. It's like a bull and they're just keeping it in a tight range. Remember the example I gave? I think it was in chapter 5. I was saying if even if we were wrong, or not, I'm talking about how to anticipate a reversal for Thursday when we did when the weekly profile. We thought the weekly high or low was a certain day, but then all of a sudden we still see it trading up higher, and then we get a reversal on a Tuesday, and Tuesday end up being ultimately the high or low for that particular week. And I was said that Wednesday will give us, next thing you see, Wednesday give us a tight range. And then Thursday trade up and be the high of the week because we thought Wednesday was the high. And then sell off, or if it was the low, you know, um, Wednesday, Thursday sell down, take Wednesday low, and then give us the low for that week for us being Tuesday low. Well, typically, right in here, this is how our Monday does look when we have high impact news. We only have a range because in that example I was talking about, we might just get a range of 40 pips, but they will be whipsawing up and down. And instead of giving you the range of either a vertical in the buy side for bullishness, or a vertical going down for bearishness, and a range clear high to low, sometimes just get a range going sideways. Tight consolidation, and you don't really want to be traded inside of a tight consolidation because that is high risk and high resistance now. You want it flowing something like this, or it flowing something like this, and it giving you that, range up or expansion down. When you get it sideways, it don't make sense, And typically Monday does be like this, whether it be have a high impact news for the week or not. But the explanation I would say is because we have this looking in here. If you look at it good, you can pull it up on your economic calendar. Today is Monday the 18th. Look at what we have coming in here. We have FOMC Wednesday. We have a lot of high impact news for foreign. And it could definitely explain why they're keeping it in that tight range. Same thing with Euro, right? So I just make this video quick to show that patience is something very important. I could enter this and be good. Yeah, man. I get my move. I get a good trade for the day. But that is reinforcing bad habits because if you're sticking to a particular rule, you had to stick to that rule, right? And we in the 10 o'clock hour. So, and we still not doing anything much in terms of price doing anything. So we just loading it on both sides, right? So we'll wait and see because we doing the structure we were looking at. We thought price would either trade up for a sell today. In the last video I was talking about that. Or I said if we trade down into this daily liquidity pool that I was already looking at from our initial higher time frame perspective from last week, I would activate because more than likely, if it did trade down into this liquidity pool here and go down, it would have been at least one SD down, and that is our entry reason there. It went at least one. It would have go at least, if not straight to the pip, it would have be very close to the one SD down. Or even if it went beyond a little bit, that would be better for us. I would definitely be a buyer here. And a discount because remember, as I said, price is a perennial orders from discount to premium, premium to discount. They're the PA orders on the bottom here to then sell at a higher price, and that after they sell it at a higher price, it will continue going down with the overall weekly higher time frame narrative of price going down, So I just make this video quick to illustrate how on a Monday we be in a tight range when it have high impact. Typically on a Monday it be like this. I had also option to enter, but we discipline into our strategy and staying in with the deviations that we been preaching about, and being patient and waiting. This is something I definitely didn't have in the first two accounts, and it cost me. It really and truly did cost me. Didn't have patience, and I was running at every opportunity. I don't want to reinforce bad habits. That's why I didn't enter here. Now, obviously, if price trade down into here within this or we still have time for the standard deviation strategy, I would enter it because we would have took a area of interest and trade into the strategy, but it didn't happen. And we one thing also, this is as Eurocard, sorry Eurocard, dollar card did trade down to a standard deviation here. This was the third standard deviation, but again, I didn't enter here because honestly, I didn't do up any analysis on the chart for this pair. If you can see, it's almost a naked chart. I didn't. Oh, actually, it's not that naked, but I didn't do any analysis coming into this week here. My main focus was really the these two, Euro, EU, and GU. But this actually did trade down. I had just take a quick glance, and this is a trade down. I think about the third SD. I'll just show you a quick and the 8 o'clock hours somewhere here. Right, yeah, about 3.5, 3.5 close to 3.5 SD at 9, and I entered on 1 minute, so it dropped down 1 minute. After this displacement here, up this candle here, I would be a buyer if I was interested in trading dollar card here, and we would have gotten our move to the pip. So you see, so I just illustrating that there too. But again, my analysis wasn't done on dollar card, and I'm not just going to enter something blind, you know. So yeah. So if I see opportunity, I would come back, but it honestly not looking as though we'll have one today on the pairs that are really looking at. So we'll see how tomorrow trade, and if we get the opportunity, definitely would take it there. So catch you guys back in tomorrow's video.